risk.
Welcome back to Fearless Risk, where we don't fear taking risk. We've got a whole bunch of wiring here, and I'm just trying to tidy it up the best I can. So this is proper loom tape, so it only sticks to itself. It's heat proof. I'm going to be doing multiple unpluggings and taping up, and then I'll then tape the whole thing together as a whole once I'm finished.
Every mile we're breaking the mold. Run on, dream or chase the spark. You are the flame that lights the dark.
Fucking hell, this thing is a weapon. Holy fuck. It's definitely not standard. It's worked.
Yeah.
Like, fucking hell. Once I started riding it on the cam, I was like, holy shit, this thing hauls ass. Start with, I was like, what the fuck, this thing feels weird. Like, it's real, it needs to be revved. It's just got so much power up top, but down bottom it's kind of vibrating because it's the cam's not kicked in yet. Did you hear me though?
Yeah, I did.
Fucking
I like
just
the way you revved up.
fucking all the way up the road trying to get the tyre smooth. Holy shit, this thing is a fucking weapon, man, in the forest. It'll sit on 103rd gear, piece of piss.
True.
Fuck, it just loves being ridden hard. Doesn't like being ridden softly.
Sounds like it's going to be a winter toy.
Oh, man. To start with, I was like, oh, I think I might have to go back to forward controls.
Oh, yeah.
But then I started scraping the mids.
Oh, really?
And I was like, I can't go back. If I scrape the pipe, yeah, I did, look.
Yeah, you did.
Nasty. That's a long way over. That's what was hitting. I was like, what the fuck? I'm scraping something. Oh well, if I keep scraping them, they'll just wear them off, and then it'll be nice. And it'll just look like it was meant to be like that.
Yeah.
For me to be scraping those on sort of way through the forest, that's a long way down.
It is.
And I know it's legal, and then for now I can either get the front re-spoked or I can chuck the mag on the front too. I will have to re-drill this, which is doable. You just re-drill the thing to lower this down so it'll be bolted up here somewhere. The other tyre will be down here, so then you have to bring the guard down to the tyre. So you drill another lot of holes. You know what I mean? When I first started riding it, I was like, man, this is running a little bit funny, but it just got better and better the more I rode it. Like, I'd say
its
too,
first proper hauling for a long
I'd say
time.
too, probably what's happened is the hydraulic lifters were probably a bit dry because it was a little bit ticky when I first rode it down the road and turned it off and let it cool down, and then once I started up again, it was less sticky. And then that ride, then I just gave it some beans on the way home, and it's gone back to being smooth as. Like, there was, it probably just because it hasn't been run for so long, needed a good run, and then once it was hot, I gave it a good thrash. As you can see, my scraping my fucking exhaust pipes.
Yeah, I see.
That's a long way over. So I definitely can't run forward controls even if I wanted to, because look, my feet are here, but if I was on forwards, my feet would be over here, down here. That's where they pop out. I'll be out here. And if I'm scraping there, I would be scraping my legs out here, no sweat, because the forwards stick out further than these. These are in quite a long way.
Yeah.
So there's no way I can run forwards.
And it feels more controlled.
Cool. Like, I feel like I'm just, like, it does feel good. And it feels very similar to riding a dirt bike because I can just position my feet to actually, when I got on the gravel up here and I was sideways, I just was positioned and I was just using my feet to push. Bedded in pretty well because the brake pads, had to wire brush wheel all the discs, and now they've bedded in and gone shiny, which is good.
That's great. Embedded brake discs. Choice.
But it's all good. Still nice and tight. I'm gonna check the gearing on it, I think, at some point, because I actually think someone's probably set this bike up higher geared. Because I was doing like 100 no sweat in third gear. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. And like when I was cruising through the forest in second, I was like, man, I have to rip this open to be on the power because it's so high geared. And I didn't want to be ripping it on the power in first.
Yeah.
But I am used to riding a Bandit, so maybe I'm just not used to riding a Sporty anymore. And this thing has just got so much top end power, and I just, like coming through the forest, through the windies, doing 100k in third gear, it just wanted to, from there on after, just wanted to rip it open and it'll probably wheel spin. Like, I was very impressed.
Hear that, Taco?
Taco smell.
Taco's going to be a Harley Davidson cat representative.
That's why she's got a scowl look if you look at her face. Taco. She's always looks like she's scowling, eh? Don't look. Oh, what I might look at doing too is doing an O2 sensor elimination kit on it.
Oh yeah.
Because that might get rid of that fucking download vibration.
Yeah.
At some stage too. I'd like to get rid of this numplate light and shit, and I'd put the numplate up here and put the numplate light here with the reflector.
Yeah, mean.
Make it look short. But anyway, bigger tanks going on it, and these bars are going to be coming off, and I'm going to put some narrower bars. These are way too wide. These are off a Dyna. I know that because I know the bike that they used to be on. So these are off a Dyna. They're a little bit bent, not too bad, but you could probably just move it on the risers enough with the bolt. You could probably undo the bolt and pull it a bit on the riser and then do it back up, and you wouldn't even notice they were bent then, because after a while I didn't even notice it anymore, but I noticed it straight away when I first hopped on it. I've got some kind of motocrossy looking bars at home. They don't have the bar at the top though. They've just got the bar down the bottom, and then I'll put some risers on it. I think buy some risers that are about 8 to 10 inch. These are like 12 to 14. I think I'm going to go down here a bit further, I think, and then run more of a motocross bar in, so they'll be narrower. Okay. It's in the box.
Whoa!
The hell is this?
That looks
So
pretty
this
fresh.
is from a fan. So this is a good fella. This is a cool story. I'm going to tell you about it. So this is the key off my Sportster that I'm building, right? So I'm not going to show you his number. I'll just show you. See how it says reward on the back of the key fob? Someone who used to own this bike wrote reward and their cell phone number on the back. So I decided, why don't I ring him up to find out a bit of history on the bike? Well, he turned out to be a really nice guy. His name's Lance. And he started telling me all about the bike, and I was pretty stoked to hear some of its history. And he's like, oh, I've got a rear carrier that I used to have on it that didn't end up with the bike. Give me your address and I'll send it up to you. So awesome, mate. Like, it's a quick detach one, so all I need to do is set up the rear. They're about $30 to buy the bolts with the quick detach. Then you just slide it in, click, and then that can go at the back. I can tie stuff on that. That is very handy. I'm very appreciative of that, Lance, and I'll be messaging you soon and saying thank you very much. And would you know it, he told me some history of the bike. He's sent me the history. So here is, I haven't read any of it yet, but so here is service history, all the work done on the bike from when he bought it. Obviously didn't end up going to the new owner. Oh yeah, look, it was $19,000 when it was bought brand new. This is all the original history and paperwork and servicing and all the stuff done to it. Mean. And the coolest part is I never ever had a spare key and I never had a spare fob. And he's like, guess what? I've got the spare key and fob for that in my drawer. And he's like, oh, I thought about throwing that away many times in the last 4 or 5 years. And he said, but I just, for some reason, was like, nah, I won't throw it away. One day, who knows? And because I'd rung him, he was like, mate, I've got your spare key and I've got your spare fob. Now I have a spare key and a fob.
Woohoo!
I'm so excited and happy about that. I don't know. That's bloody awesome. What a top bloke.
Top-notch guy.
Lance is from Whangataa, and he said there's a Kickstart festival that they do, and it was in January this year, so next year I might look at it similar to the beach hop, I think. There's bands and people go down and they catch up with bikes and all that sort of stuff, so I wouldn't mind going down there, riding Whangataa, go and do the loop maybe, catch up with him, say g'day, say thank you very much, and I'll be messaging him shortly and saying thank you very much and paying him for postage, because he just sent all this stuff without me paying a cent, so
Thanks, Lance.
Thanking you very much, Lance, and I'll be
You're a good
getting
fellow.
hold of you. Yeah, good fellow. Like, good to talk to. Pretty crack up the fact that he used to live where I used to live, in the same town I used to live in, but after I'd already left, I was there for like 7 years. He lived there, and he used to take this motorbike that I've now got into my old work when I did my apprenticeship. He used to take his bike into my old work to get Warren Fitnesses after I'd already left there. So I probably would have run into him at some point anyway. But how small of a country is New Zealand where you can buy a bike, bring the number on the back of the key fob. The guy used to live where you used to live, used to go into your work that you used to work at to go get his warrants and do his servicing, and he was part of the firefighters thing in that town when I used to know quite a few people that worked for were part firefighters. So very interesting, quite
Small
cool,
connection.
and just when you have that gut feeling to ring a number or do something different, do it, because what have you got to lose? Anyway, so whenever you get that gut feeling to ring a number or go talk to someone or blah blah blah, do it, because good things can happen. You know, ring the number on the back of the key fob, and
Call your mum.
ended up with service history. I'm going to read through this. It's going to be quite cool. I've got a spare key now and a spare fob, and I've got an awesome carrier, which he's got a 04 Sportster Custom, which I'm not sure why he didn't keep that for that, but I'm very stoked. I'm very happy that he sent that to me. What a good dude. Good dude.
Choice.
Appreciate it. That's what it's going to look like. With the skinny bars in it. They are going to look pretty mean. Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
They are pretty mean. They just fucking wasn't expecting them to be that big. Holy fuck. Fuck, those are pretty sick. Like, can you be my bestest wife? And can you grab me the handlebars out of the... So I can chuck them in there so I can get an idea of what it looks like. Because you know I love you, mate.
Slick
I was
Rick.
a little bit shocked when I first opened them. So I was like, those are fucking huge. Those are like bigger than my other risers. I mean, just as big as my other risers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's big in the photograph. So these are Kuriakin. That's it, Kuriakin. I was pronouncing it wrong because I'm not Chinese. I mean Japanese. These made in Japan. I mean China.
What are you on about?
Everything cool's made in Japan, baby. Fuck, are those gonna look slick or what? Slick as. Bring those Allen keys down here, though. I don't think I've got any Allen keys to do this up on the.
We're house sitting right now, which is why we're in a weird environment. Oh my god, why am I so tired? I did not sleep well last night. Full moon stuff. Full moon in Scorpio. Yeah,
Fuck, those are
full moon
pretty
in
neat.
Scorpio.
Breaking the mold, ride on, dream on, chase the spark. You are the flame that lights the dark.